Welcome to the St. Louis Park Rec Center and a fantastic girls non-conference hockey matchup between the #1 ranked Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights and the 7th rated and undefeated Wayzata Trojans. I'm John Fromm, happy to be with you tonight and bringing you this game. Both teams, as you can see, undefeated on the season. Wayzata coming off a big win the other night against Cretin-Durham Hall, 4-2, and the Red Knights took care of last year's state tournament team, Egan, by an 8-2 score on Tuesday night. As I mentioned, Egan was in the state last year. Benilde, of course, came into the season as the #1 ranked team in the state. They have a fantastic group of young ladies coming at everything under 8th-year coach Dave Herbst. Dave with a career record of 161, 33-7. Just a fantastic group of young ladies. There you see on the other side, that's sophomore Sarah Stelter in net for Wayzata. This is her 5th game of the year. Sarah's done some good work. She's got a .946 save percentage, almost 95%. And on the Benilde side of things, they're going to go with a veteran young lady in net by the name of Abby Miller. Abby, the senior goalie who's committed to Syracuse. We're ready to drop the puck. Both teams' first line. It's Kelly Panic centering, Caitlin Riley and Brittany Wheeler for the Red Knights. Battling against Sophia Schaefer, Maddie Weissman, and Carly Noble, the first unit for Wayzata. Off the face-off win, Schaefer with an early shot on goal for Wayzata. A really nice chance by Sophia. She's a junior for them. Puck rattled into the corner, shot behind the net. Wayzata operating out front, momentarily taken away in a 2-on-2 situation for the white and red. Nice move onto the forehand, backhand by Caitlin Riley as she spins around the far corner here, pushes it out to the point where she hits her line mate Maestrom. Back to senior Kelly Panic. Panic with a nice operation down low as she pushed it to Brittany Wheeler, and Brittany not able to close that one up. And the Trojans will shoot it all the way down and change on the fly here, as will Benilde. If you just joined us, this is exciting girls non-conference hockey action, Benilde versus Wayzata. Maestrom behind the net for Benilde. She's partnered with Sydney Simone, a sophomore. They pass it up the near wall here, taken away momentarily by number 10, Heisinger. And here is number 18, Allie Wiedela, pushing it down low. Nice, another shot on net that time. Steered away nicely by Miller. So a second opportunity for the Trojans already with some early forecheck pressure. Back to the point. This is number 10, Heisinger, with a shot on net, and she peels off on the change to finish things. Wayzata changing a forward and a defender here. Nice job on the forecheck, and this is senior Caitlin Klein for Wayzata with a momentary opportunity at an offensive chance. Good puck movement by the Trojans early on has resulted in a couple early shots. We're just 2 minutes in here. We are going to have, I believe, looks like we might have the net came off its moorings, I believe, momentarily. So you see the nice opportunity down there by the Trojans. Couple early chances. This is Haley Schmidt taking the draw for Wayzata. And, excuse me, Hannah Bang and take that draw. Puck is pushed up the near wall where Sorensen battles Swedberg for Benilde for the puck. Into the near corner here. Puck rattles around the close wall, taken away momentarily. This is number 4, Amy Kroll for Wayzata. Back behind the net. Pushed around over to Sorensen. Sorensen tries to work it up the boards here, and indeed she does. But a nice step up that time by 26, Mackenzie Swenson for Benilde. But unfortunately for Mackenzie, if you take a nice look at her, she brought the puck in offside. So Mackenzie Swenson and her unit out there, that was Maggie Conroy and Julia Stellis. Benilde going to change again and send their Allie Preuss, Kippen Keller, and Kaylee Druckline out there. This is Druck and Prowse working on the side here. Pushed down low behind the Trojan net. Nice kick off the stick there by Kippen Keller. And Keller, the sophomore, with forecheck pressure. Again, Keller and Prowse out there banging. Prowse able to steal the puck with a nice pass out front to Kaylee Druck and just gets off her stick. Taken away by the Trojans, and they'll work it the other way here as Maddie Weissman worked all the way down into the far corner, not able to get a shot away, but a nice hold on the pinch that time by number 21, Lindsay Check for the Trojans. Noble will cycle the puck down low for Wayzata, but does have that puck taken away as the Red Knights appear to move to the front area here. Kippen. Oh, as both teams complete their change, Benilde will take the puck again, and shot on net by Kelly Panic, something you're going to see a lot of tonight for Kelly. She was the leading scorer for Benilde last year with 76 points. Excuse me, I got the number on. That was Kaylee Druck. Kind of hard to see the 18s versus the 19s here. No, there she is. There's Kelly Panic. But Kelly with a shot on net. She's got a lot of points early on in the season for that first unit for Benilde. She's going to the University of Minnesota on a scholarship, and Kelly was also named Miss Soccer just a few weeks ago for the Benilde-St. Margaret's girls soccer team that won the state tournament just a few weeks ago. So quite a two-sport athlete. Here is Kelly behind the net for the Red Knights, the senior center. Works up the middle where she headmans a nice long pass to her line mate. That's Caitlin Riley. Riley backhand, forehand, and indeed it's good. Wow, a beautiful goal that time as Kelly Panic worked things nicely behind her net, able to break out and hit a streaking Caitlin Riley down the far side, and Riley, the senior, buries the biscuit early on here at 13:09. So Riley will get credited for the goal as you take a look at her as she beats the Trojan player and goes back for her forehand and works the other way and makes the goalie Stelfer go left to right and then shoots it back to the right. A real tough thing for the goaltender to handle. So at the 13:09 mark, Caitlin Riley will launch another goal here, and for Caitlin, that's her 4th of the year. She's got 3 goals and an assist so far in the young season for Benilde. I mentioned Benilde, just their 4th game of the season. This is Wayzata's 7th game, so Trojans a little more experienced. Both teams undefeated on the year. That was just a beautiful goal. After the face-off win, the Trojans control things, and this is Sorensen paired out there nicely with Check. Trojans will rotate 5 deep, passes shot up front, and a nice wrist shot put on net that time by Leininger. But Abby Miller able to squeeze that and hold off here. Both teams are going to play 3 or 4 units. There you see Riley going from the backhand to the forehand. Nothing that could be done there, and in fact, Allie Kroll did not have a lot she could do there to defend that. Red Knights will complete their change. Just 12:31 remaining here, the first period. Diagonal pass out to the point. A nice shot attempted that time by Becca Senden, the senior for Wayzata. Both teams battle down low behind the Red Knights net. Nobody able to create an advantage yet. Wayzata will take the puck away this time though, and that is Maddie Weissman behind the net. Pass out front and a nice shot on net by Carly Noble. Noble almost was able to rattle the back of the Red Knight cage there for a goal. Good work there by number 3, Maddie Weissman for the Trojans, and that pass out front to a streaking Noble almost created her 6th goal of the year. That line with Shaver, Weissman, and Noble has accounted for 17 goals already in only 6 games. So 3 goals a game for that first line for the Wayzata Trojans. Off the face-off win, going to have a hand pass whistled, I believe, at center ice here as the puck's going to be brought down to the Benilde end. There you take a look at, there's a look at Allie Prois, the senior. She's another one of the Benilde players that has committed to play Division I hockey next year. Allie's going to New Hampshire. There you take a look at Becky Wacker, one of the 4th-year head coach of the Wayzata Trojans. She comes into this year after a 14-win season with a team that's just ferocious on the power play. Becky played at the University of Minnesota. Here's Panic with a give-and-go move, and she's not able to complete. A nice back check that time by Brittany Wheeler. Her line mate will cycle the puck down low. Brittany, the senior, got some help out there on the point. Passes put over to Peterson at the point. Here's Caitlin Riley again, maybe going to the wrist shot. No, she goes fakes wrist and goes slap shot. Nice save that time by the sophomore Stetler. Nice effort by the first unit here as they are putting a good pressure on. As we expected, both teams' first units are going to create a lot of chances. Here's Panic again. Panic down low to Wheeler. Wheeler out front. She's got Riley. Riley able to take that away. Riley, Wheeler, and Panic out front. On the defense, you've got Simone out there along with Maestrom. Another give and go play out front, a nice shot and a pass, a beautiful setup that time. I don't know if we have that on the tic-tac-toe play, but I believe Caitlin Riley is going to get her second goal of the game. The senior is Caitlin at the 10:51 mark on a beautiful pass from Kelly Panic. Panic's got 2 assists, and she shared it with Wheeler. Panic with a pass beautifully from the point to her line mate Brittany Wheeler down low, almost behind the net, and Wheeler with a one-time pass to a streaking Riley. And at the 10:51 mark, indeed, the Red Knights 2-0. So that first unit for Benilde with a lot of chances again. And this is number 26, Mackenzie Swenson. We mentioned her earlier. We had a shot of her. She puts a shot on net that Stettler will have to steer aside. So 2-0 early on here for the Red Knights. Back to the point for Benilde. Push down low that time. This is 11, Stelias on the forecheck for Benilde. With a nice job on the forecheck. She's not able to corral that at the time. And Wayzata able to clear the zone. Nice job again by Swenson, able to help. She helped out her defensive partner and played little D there, and then she's able to take it away. Here's Swenson again. Just going to try to gain possession of the zone, and fortunately for her, she is taken down. And at the 10:14 mark, indeed, we are going to have a penalty whistle this time against Wayzata. As you take a look at the streaking Swenson, she was the only Red Knight on the ice at that time, but she's hooked down by 22, Caitlin Klein, also one of the better players for Wayzata, and Caitlin's going to take 2 minutes in the box. So take a look at the senior Klein. So that first, the Red Knight power play unit, which is 4 for 6 on the year, gets their 7th opportunity. Here is Panic behind the net, tries to push it out to the side, but it's taken away by the Trojans and shot on down. You've got, on this Benilde power play setup, you have Riley and Wheeler at the points, moving back from their first unit wing positions. And then you also have Panic out there along with Kaylee Druck and number 16, Allie Prowse. So a very senior-dominated power play unit. Good takeaway by the Trojans, though, and early on this kill, they're able to relieve some pressure as Sorensen along with Carly Noble able to do a nice job there. Misfire on the pass that time, and a nice job on the defensive zone check that time by Wayzata's number 4, Allie Kroll. Allie goes behind her net here. She's able to bring it off the far dasher board and all the way down. And that'll take us down to about a minute remaining in the power play here. So far, so good if you're a Trojan fan. They've been able to do a nice job on the kill. Couple of sets of sticks going at it this time again as Wayzata is able to pinch up and push it up forward again. Benilde still with their first unit out here. Nice back pass by Panic over to Allie Preuss, and Allie getting some help down there from Julia Stelias. Julia not able to hold that in, but Panic does. Kelly for the right-handed shot, a dipsy-do move, front, back, forward. Oh, a nice job as she's not able to get the shot off cleanly. The puck is pushed into the corner, and here's Riley again looking for a pure hat trick. Caitlin Riley circling with 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Riley looking on the back door play. There might be something open here. Here's the puck out to Wheeler. Wheeler with a slap shot, hits a skate and pushed over to Panic. Panic and Wheeler out there. Panic with a nice try on a backdoor pass over to Riley. Riley got a small part of the stick on it, but not able to convert. That'll kill off the penalty here for Wayzata, and they are able to relieve some pressure here. Panic momentarily turns it over at center ice this time, but her line mate Caitlin Riley able to pick that up, and Riley, who's already got 2 on the day, pushes it down on net, and then her line mate, a friend on the side there, Julia Stellis, was able to put a shot on net. Circled into the corner this time for Benilde, and here's Connery. Connery, number 8, down on one skate as a couple of the Red Knight skaters go down. And this is Swedberg, the tall defenseman for Benilde, number 7. She's paired out there with her line mate Cassie Peterson. Benilde with a graduated 5 seniors off the blue line last year, including Liv Halverson, who's out at Providence. And with those graduations, I know Coach Terps was a little bit worried about the defensive experience they have, but so far it hasn't been an issue, and Benilde able to step up. Both teams battling at center ice again, and here's Senden over to her line mate or excuse me, her defensive partner, Lindsay Check. Back to Sendin with her left-handed shot. She's able to gain the blue line for Wayzata. Skate around a player, and she is taken down hard that time by number 2. I believe that was Cassie Peterson for Benilde, who's going to get the gate at 6:54 here on a hook. You watch Sendin, she's able to go right around Peterson, and it looks like she lost her stick or dropped it, but it did indeed cause Sendin to fall down. So first power play of the day for Wayzata. You take a look at Cassie Peterson, the senior defender. The only senior playing on the blue line for Benilde, and that'll be a loss here as they attempt to kill off the power play. Both teams mixing it up. Here's Brittany Wheeler off the draw for Benilde. She's not able to win it clean, and Allie Kroll with a right-handed shot right from the point. Allie, the defender, not able to get that through, and Benilde will counter, and indeed this is Riley going to the forehand again. Caitlin has the puck pushed off her stick momentarily, but she's got the puck again towards the center area. Nice job so far on the kill by Benilde, as you've got Riley out there with Wheeler, and also on defense you've got Kelly Panic playing defense. She'll move back from her center position, and number 5, Sydney Simone. Step up by Panic, able to stop things at the blue line for the Red Knights. She peels back in her own zone as she backtracks, but she does have the puck taken away there. Puck backdoor play possible this time for Wayzata, and the puck will shoot into the point there and rattled around the net this time by Mostrom. 5:55 remaining, just 1 minute in the Wayzata power play, and so far a nice job by the Red Knights, able to relieve some pressure. Red Knights able to change their unit, and here's number 22, Caitlin Klein, who did get the minor earlier. She's one of the most talented Trojan players with her. She's got a Sophia Shaver out there, also one of the talented Red Knights. Shaver over to Klein. Klein back door trying to find Shaver. Nice job by Panic, able to check Shaver off the puck there. But again, here it goes, front door, backhand shot on net that time by Klein. Not able to get it through. Still good pressure though. Shaver behind the net. Klein, Shaver, slap shot, just misses the net down low. And for the Red Knights, a little bit of a clear and just about relieve things. Only 10 seconds remaining in the power play here. So a nice piece of work by Wayzata as Caitlin Klein really teamed with her teammate Sophia Shaver. Those are two of the powerful scorers. Caitlin Klein leading the state of Minnesota in scoring, number 22 for Wayzata, with 7 goals and 14 assists already in 7 games. So keep an eye on 22 and 11. That's really been some productive players for the Trojans early on. 4:35 remaining in the first period here. If you just joined us, Caitlin Riley with a pair of goals early on, and she's got the puck as well here for Benilde, number 9, one of the senior captains. Nice job by Wayzata trying to battle on this near wall here, but unfortunately for them, not able to get anything. We've got 2 Red Knights and 2 Trojans battling up there. Panic steals it momentarily, where her line mate Wheeler will try to regain possession and passes it over to Riley. Riley and Wheeler on a 2-on-4 situation, just rattle it around, and Swedberg pinches up from her left D position for Benilde and holds it in. Nice battle with Haley Schmidt on the far wall for Wayzata, and Schmidt works it back to Kroll behind the net. Kroll up to Schmidt. Schmidt for the Trojans, taken off the puck beautifully again by Allie Prowse that time by the Red Knights. Allie, number 16, we mentioned as well. Allie's one of the young ladies that'll be moving on to New Hampshire on a scholarship after the season. She's had a nice start to her season with a goal and 3 assists. For the Trojans back in their own zone, here's number 17 for them. Izzy Shannon seeing some work, the sophomore. Shannon out there playing a little bit of defense with her line mate on the backside. That's Becca Sendin also out there on D for them. Puck, both teams battle on the near wall here. Trojans still trying to break pressure here and work the puck out. Unable to do so up the wing here, but a 2-on-1 this time. And indeed, here is Sophia Shaver, right-handed shot. Oh, she passes it to her line mate, Carly Noble. But Carly not quite able to finish that. Puck is passed out to Noble again, so a beautiful 2-on-1. Hopefully we'll get a replay of that. Puck is shot hard from the point that time by Sorensen. Page not able to find it for the Trojans. And nice job on the wall here as Wayzata is able to gain possession still and hold it in and complete their line change beautifully. Excellent work. We should really point her out that time. Both teams will battle here on the wall. It was number 3 for the Trojans, who really did some great work. That was Maddie Weissman, who was able to hold that in with 4 Red Knights going after her. Trojans still able to gain possession control here and keep it in the Red Knight zone. A lot of battles on the near wall here. Taken away momentarily. Wrist shot and a redirected shot that time by... Wow, what an opportunity that time as Hannah Bangen with a redirect, number 15 there on a beautiful shot at the point by Becca Senden. Becca over to Senden. Oh, it hit off her skate and redirected right on net. And Abby Miller with those quick reflexes. You can see why she's an all-state type goalie, because not many people would have been able to handle that redirect off a skate like that. Haley Schmidt on the draw for Wayzata, not able to gain possession. Sending out there defensively, trying to pinch off against Panic, and Medici runs into Kelly. Here's Riley. Oh, backdoor, front door, goes to the forehand. Wrist shot, just able to, a nice piece of work by Sarah Stetler as Caitlin Riley vying for her 3rd of the period to complete the hat trick. First unit out there again for the Red Knights, as I mentioned. Senden back in the corner for Wayzata, battling on the near side with Panic. Senden behind the net with Wheeler, and now here's Riley. Oh, puck is taken away on a bad turnover. Oh, and Panic not able to complete this time. Shot up to Klein. Klein with some help there as the possible 2-on-3 situation, and not a lot the Trojans could do with that as Lindsay Check just shot it wide. Nice job on the shot that time by Allie Kroll as she was able to put it on net, even though she was being checked off the puck by Brittany Wheeler. Shot around again, and Benilde will take it away momentarily as they do complete the line change. But it's shot on net beautifully that time by Casey Peterson, and she's able to move back to her defensive position. Peterson, who did serve the minor earlier, the only senior, as you mentioned, on the Benilde defensive corps. Just 30 seconds remaining in the first period here, and there's a bad pass and an errant turnover. Wrist shot on net. Stetler able to hit that up in the upper body and able to hang on to that. Nice shot that time on the takeaway by the sophomore Kippen Keller. Keller was able to just work in front of that Allie Kroll pass and steal it cleanly and then fire it right on net. So back to the point this time, able to be held in nicely that time by the Red Knights. Swedberg shot around the corner for them. Wrist shot on net. Oh, another beautiful attempt by Keller. She puts it on net nicely, but not able to come through with that opportunity. Just 4 seconds remaining, and that indeed will do it here in the first period, as 2 goals by Caitlin Riley in the early part of the first period. The first one at 13:05 off of an assist by Kelly Panic, and the second one at the 10:51 mark on a beautiful tic-tac-toe play with Panic and Wheeler pushing it out front to Riley at the finish. We're going to step away momentarily. If you just joined us, this is a battle of 2 of the best teams in Minnesota, and the #1 ranked Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights with a 2-0 advantage here. Stay with us on Park 16. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ben Affleck, and many actors have played the part of U.S. servicemen in the movies. But for veterans like James Crosby, their service and their sacrifice are real. And too often when they come home, their struggle continues. For over 60 years, Paralyzed Veterans of America has been fighting to help our injured veterans get the benefits they need and have earned.
Paralyzed Veterans of America was there for me when I came home.
Join me in supporting our paralyzed veterans. Visit pva.org.
Welcome back to the Rec Center for the start of the second period here. In case you just joined us, this is non-conference girls hockey, and indeed, the #1 ranked Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights, behind 2 first-period goals from Caitlin Riley, have taken an early lead on the Wayzata Trojans. Both teams, as I mentioned, came into the game undefeated. Wayzata had some amazing stats going into this game. They were 6-0 going into this game. Their last 2 games were a 15-0 rout of Rosemont, and then they had a big win, a 4-2 win over Cretin-Durham Hall. When I looked in the box scores and when I went through some of the prep for the game tonight, Wayzata is an amazing 13 of 14 on the year on power plays. That's 93%. So every time pretty much the opponent gets a penalty, the Trojans are making them pay. And they were killing almost at a 90% rate. So they had outscored their opponents 47-6 in 6 games. 47-6. And for Benilde, trying to get back to the state tournament, they were there in 07 and 08 in AA. And of course, in the last 3 years, they battled hard and were the #1 ranked team in the state last year, but they've lost to Minnetonka in the section finals. And then Minnetonka has gone on to win the state championship the last 3 years. Minnetonka's lost quite a few skaters off of that group. And Benilde did return 11 lettermen off their team from last year, including their leading 3 scorers in Riley, Panic, and Wheeler, and 5 of their top 6. As we mentioned, for the Red Knights, they did lose quite a bit on defense as Liv Halverson graduated and took her act over to Providence. But with having Abby Miller in net and a really strong JV program, things are looking bright early on. And although I didn't get official shots on goal, I did try to make a point to do that in the intermission break. I estimated that it was roughly around 12-8 in favor of the Red Knights, somewhere in that area. And wanted to remind any fans that are interested in getting a copy of the game tonight, Paul, I don't know if we have the graphics up, but if you do want to order a copy of this game or any other games that are ever put on Channel 16, go to ParkTV.org, ParkTV.org, or call Paul at his number there, the 952-924-2635. And then there's also always, as is tonight, this game is being streamed live on Channel 16. All kinds of on-demand program options. Once Paul puts the game up on Park TV on the YouTube page, you can watch it right there. And like usual, all high-def options. So you don't necessarily have to be a St. Louis Park cable subscriber. You can be anywhere in the world to watch the rebroadcasts of these games or live. So. And I believe it's $10 if you order 3 or more DVDs and $15 if you just buy 1. Nice shot of the Red Knight bench there as Coach Herbst probably had some good words. We mentioned this is Dave's 9th season as a coach. He was a 73 graduate of Hibbing where he won a state championship with the Micheletti brothers up there. And also won I believe he won a national championship with the Badgers in 77. So good bloodlines. Early on, off the face-off win, Wayzata able to gain possession, and a shot on net that time. A shot on net that time by Heisinger is able to be kicked into the corner and out of play by Miller. Let's take a look at the number 11, Sophia Shaver, the second leading scorer for Wayzata, and I believe she's second in the state with 10 goals and 8 assists. Not able to win the face-off there as Benilde able to corral it, and Swedberg will try to bounce it up the wall here and get it out, but unfortunately not able to do so. But it is taken out this time by Keller. Keller, left-handed shot, has it poke checked off her stick beautifully by Senden for the Trojans, and Senden with speed around her net up the near wall here. She's able to beat one of the Red Knights players, but not a second one. Both teams battle at center ice here again, and here's number 10 Heisinger again, getting some help back to the point this time, and that puck as well shot towards the net by Allie Kroll, but it was able to take a look at number 10 there, Heisinger, and she'll step off, take some well-deserved oxygen break in the bench there for Coach Wacker. We mentioned Coach Wacker played at the U of M for the Trojans. I believe she won a national championship for the Gophers, and she's done a fine job with the Wayzata program. I know she's really excited about all the young girls that have come up from the U14 program and the future at Wayzata. Possible 3-on-1 for the Red Knights off the faceoff win. Here's Kelly Panic with a pass over to Riley, just a little bit too far for Caitlin as it hit off the tip of her stick, but she's able to circle around, try to gain an angle and shoot it out front, but it is passed away that time by Riley. Now we're going to have, I believe, a penalty in the corner here. I think we have a hooking call coming, and I believe it's on Wayzata, but I'm going to hold off there. To take a look at Riley, number 9 there for the Red Knights. No, my apologies. Caitlin going to get the gate here. Let's take, I couldn't see in the corner. Let's watch. There's Panic passing it over to Caitlin. Caitlin's able to swoop all the way around, gain beautiful possession, put her wrister down low on net that Panic was able to redirect. But for Wayzata, another chance to add to their power play statistics here. Stolen away by Wheeler. Wheeler with Panic on the other side. Brittany able to get some speed and being ridden off the puck nicely by Sendin. Sendin able to corral it and pass it out front, but Billy Panic with speed is able to get a stick on that and deny Sophia Shaver of a nice breakout opportunity. Here's Shaver. Shaver 11 passes it over to Klein. Klein 22, as we mentioned, leading scorer in the state. Here's Klein. She's able to gain possession. She's got Shaver out front. She gets it to her. Backhand pass, not able to go anywhere. Back to the point for Wayzata, and a high wrist shot rattles over the cage as it missed by 3 or 4 feet. Here again is Shaver behind her net. She's still looking out front. She's going to be able to pass it out front, but unfortunately for her, it's nothing but white shirts, and indeed it is pushed out to center ice. Shaver again. Oh, nice drop pass to the point as the Trojans able to fire it on net. Nobody home there on a redirect as the puck is put to the corner again, and a one-time attempt on a beautiful shot is kicked into the corner this time, not able to get through. Just 45 seconds remaining in the power play. Good opportunities for Wayzata here, and they're able to do a nice job with their puck possession. Pushed out over to the left wing, a shot goes off the skate of Brittany Wheeler and shot all the way down. It's a nice opportunity that time by 22 Klein, but she was able to, she had it hit off the skate of her. Both teams able to complete a partial change here. One more rush if they have time for the Trojans. Both teams battling hard as you see the girls' aggressiveness coming to fruition. Number 16 Prowse for the Red Knights and 19 Ransom for the Trojans were battling hard there right at the blue line. So power play is over. Good kill for the Red Knights, good opportunities for Wayzata. And the Trojans able to shoot it into the near zone, and a nice momentary takeaway this time by Leininger. Leininger, right-handed shooter behind her net there, trying to forecheck aggressively off the Benilde breakout attempt here. And momentarily, another nice job as Wayzata is able to harass the Benilde skaters enough to cause a turnover, and here indeed is a turnover right on the near side, but nice job recovering that time by the Red Knights, and that's number 15 for Benilde, who I don't think we'd called Megan Cornell's number, the 9th grade defender, but she did a nice job pushing that out. Here's Klein again, forehand, backhand, goes through some skates, and she's not able to quite finish as she tried to work her way around Peterson and Swedberg there. Here's Klein again with some help from her friends. Peterson at the point, shot, hits a skate out front. Klein able to regroup back there. Klein and Bangin working in the corner there. Here's Leininger, the right-handed shooter. She's going to cycle it back to her friend Klein. Klein again. Oh, she's taken down hard that time. No call here on a possible checking situation as number 2 for the Red Knights, Peterson, did make some contact with her there. Partial change, and we've got a partial breakaway this time. Oh, but a nice piece of work as number 11 for the Red Knights, Stellas, had a partial breakaway, but Sendin with good speed able to catch up to her and thwart that attempt. For the Red Knights, here's Stellas again, number 11 on the forecheck. She's chasing one of the faster players in the state, and Sophia Shaver, number 11 for the Trojans. Shaver kicks it onto her stick, kicks it again, tries to shoot it out front. Don't know if Sophia's a soccer player, but she put her feet to good use that time. Behind the net, and it's shot out to the corner this time. Back to the point for Sorensen. Sorensen, Shaver behind the net, operating Allegretzky, out front pass. Oh, not able to convert was Heisinger as she tried to corral that home. Heisinger camped in front of the net again, and Shaver trying to get it to her. Nice work this time by that Shaver, Heisinger line as they roll it. Maddie Weisman was out there too. Here's Maddie, backhand pass, nobody home. Brittany Wheeler able to take it away from Benilde. And here's Kelly Panic with speed up the near side. She cuts to the middle, wrist shot. Oh, puck, I don't know if that hit a part of the glove for Sarah Stetler or not, but now here's another one-on-one the other way, and that shot just hits off a stick and goes out as Hobday was able to get some pressure for the Trojans. Puck is cycled down behind the Red Knight net and some good sustained pressure this period for Wayzata. Obviously, they're trying to get one here through, and indeed the puck shot right over the top of Abby Miller as it hit her up on the shoulder, bounced on top of the net and behind her. Nice job that time by the Red Knights, and I believe that's number 20 we have out there. Sometimes it's hard to see it. You take a look here. Indeed it is. Watch this. Boom, hits a little higher off the glove and then bounces high. So nobody home to convert that time for Hobday, but she had a one-on-one break earlier, so two good efforts by Hobday. And nice work again by Abby Miller, the D1 goalie. You can see why she had a .959 save percentage last year, which was number 1 in the state, and has a .922 so far through 3 games plus. So for the Red Knights, a wrist shot, or excuse me, a slap shot goes hard off number 4 for them, Peluso for Benilde. For the Red Knights, you've got number 18 out there, Druck, Prowse, and Keller.
Let's go back.
Here's some forecheck as Druck is able to take it away momentarily. Kaylee Druck behind the net. She's ridden off toughly there, but here's Keller for Benilde back to the point. Held in momentarily, cross ice pass this time. Number 15 Bang, and able to put it on net this time for Benilde. She's out at the point this time. She's played a lot of center before, but she's moving out to the defense position. One-time opportunity off the dasher boards, isn't able to go out this time for Wayzata as the Trojans try to relieve some pressure as well. And indeed, at this point, they're just going to slap the puck all the way down the ice and get a much-needed change. So take a look right there, number 19 for the Wayzata Trojans, that's Megan Ransom. She has 5 goals and 3 assists on the year for the Wayzata Trojans. Meg, she's only a sophomore, and there's another one of the sophomores, the keeper, Sarah Stetler. Puck will be faced off to the right of Stetler in the Wayzata zone. Both teams battling hard in the corner, but battle is won by the Trojans, who were able to momentarily break it out of their own zone. If you just joined us, 2 of the best teams in Minnesota battling tonight in the Benilde-St. Margaret's and Wayzata, 2 of the top 7 teams in the state of Minnesota. And these teams are definitely Section 6 rivals that might be meeting in the future. We do have a stoppage of play here at the 8:59 mark. Puck's going to come out of the Benilde zone. I'm not sure if they called a hand pass or what was possibly whistled down here. We mentioned 6 of the Red Knight players heading off on D1 scholarships. Caitlin Riley, we've called her name a lot today. She's going to one of the new D1 programs. She's going to Penn State. Allie Prowse going to New Hampshire. And Kaylee Druck to Syracuse. Kelly Panic, as we mentioned, missed soccer. She's playing hockey for the Gophers next year. Brittany Wheeler, great student, going to Yale. And then Abby Miller, the goalie, Syracuse. I believe there's only about 15 girls that have even committed in the whole state, and Benilde luckily to have 6 of them already. Play rolls on here. Wayzata will have to retouch to avoid a whistle that time. And the puck is shot in on a change this time as Swenson able to shoot it in and then come off for the Red Knights. Change is executed for Benilde. 2-on-2 situation for Wayzata, but a beautiful job on a back check that time by Riley. No penalty called as the Wayzata player did go down. We're going to have an offside situation. I don't know if we have a replay of that, if we're going to show that, but Caitlin really, it was a 2-on-2 situation, and there you see number 9, Riley, the captain, able to really harass the Trojan skater, number 4, Allie Kroll there. And indeed, she did take her down. They must have ruled that it was inadvertent contact, and indeed nothing whistled here at the 8:02 mark. Trojans off the face-off win. Puck is wristed in and now batted out by Panic. And a nice step up this time by by Senden. Senden, the defenseman, around the net for Wayzata. She's got some speed, looking for some help. Indeed, she runs a cross-ice pass that time. Nice job on the footwork that time by the Wayzata player as she was able to get a skate on it. And for them, now you've got Senden again playing a really aggressive style at that left defense position. Back behind the Red Knight net is operating again. That's Shaver. Sophia Shaver passes it to her line mate. And puck is rattled out towards center where Riley not able to get a hand on it, but Brittany Wheeler able to do so. Taken away this time, and just going to be a 1-on-2 situation. Nobody home that time for Maddie Wiseman for Wayzata, and the puck will go harmlessly into the corner and then brought around the near side. If you just joined us, 2 early first period goals by Caitlin Riley have been all that the doctor ordered for the Red Knights, and there was a long home run pass attempted, and I believe we're going to have a, I don't know if it was an offside situation. Brittany Wheeler there corralled the long home run pass. She joins the Red Knight bench with Kelly Panic, her line mate, and Brittany Wheeler. Good sustained pressure by Wayzata this period. I think they have definitely had an edge in opportunities and had a nice aggressive forecheck. Here's 15 for the Red Knights. Megan Cornell behind her net. Freshman defenseman, the youngest player out here, along with number 4, Grace Peluso for Benilde. Puck is pushed out towards center ice, and Wayzata's Sorensen able to rattle it in. Sorensen with some help, and the shot, it goes on net. Ooh, and we're going to have possibly a penalty here. I'm not quite sure. Number 19 for Wayzata, Ransom, follows the shot here. You see Ransom will shoot it on net, and then she goes right to the net to follow it, but she does make contact with Miller, who takes very much an exception to that because the whistle had blown. So maybe no love lost between those two. Momentary break here, and I think Coach Herbst is asking the same thing too when you make contact with a goalie after the whistle, and it is even if it is following a shot, as you can watch here, just kind of a subtle little shoulder check. Call it inadvertent, I guess. You take a look at Coach Herbst there, trying to get something. Face-off win this time for the Trojans. Puck is pushed out to the far defense position, but not able to get the shot through. And the puck will go back into the Wayzata zone this time, where Senden, who slugged a ton of ice time for the Trojans. Oh, she has it momentarily checked off her stick this time. And a beautiful defensive back-checking situation by Stelios and Maggie Connery. I think that was Connery that got a little stick on that. And here is Cornell again from her left D position. She's playing out there with Peluso. We've got 2 9th graders on that unit. Kind of exciting future for Benilde to have that youth serve on the defensive core. Nice cross-ice pass to one of the leading scorers in the state. Here she is again. Oh, a beautiful backhand attempt by 22, Caitlin Klein, as she was able to just take that away. And I tell you what, Miss Miller, as you watch Klein go to the backhand here, left to right, a nice job by Abby Miller. And again, she's thwarted numerous Wayzata opportunities, and in my mind, she's a difference in this at least being a tie game right now. Off the face-off win this time. Another win by Wayzata. Nice diagonal pass down low in the corner, and puck is shot out front again. Nobody home that time as the Trojans try to complete the change here. Shaver again working with her defensive partner. Shaver and Heisinger out there on the forward position, getting some help by Weissman. We'll see if the Trojans can take advantage. Here's Allie Kroll. She indeed has Heisinger, but she loses it momentarily for the Red Knights. Here's number 18, Druck, passing it out front as well. Not able to find anybody home. As we go under 5 minutes here in the second period. And puck is taken away on a nice rush that time. There's a nice defensive play by Benilde. Swedberg really stepped up. She's battling hard in the corner. Puck is momentarily frozen, but we're not having a whistle as 2 Red Knight players and 2 Wayzata players are killing about 20 seconds of time here. Looks like Swedberg was able to win that momentarily and shoot it up, but a nice save that time. And here's a 2-on-1 situation for Benilde. Oh, and unfortunately for the Red Knights, number 10, Kippen Keller able to fires that high. Here's Keller again, wrist shot. Oh, the sophomore just finds a defender with getting a small piece of the pad, I believe, the goaltender on that shot. Here's Shaver again as she just dumps it to center ice, and they're going to shoot it on down and indeed change that unit. Partial change as well for the Red Knights, and they might have a long pass opportunity now. They had panic at center ice, but only for a moment here. Riley being checked hard, and indeed she's checked off the puck, loses the puck, and a nice win that time by the Trojans as Riley battles back though. Both teams clawing hard for the puck. Aggressive game being played by both teams. A lot of contact, and here's Riley again. She goes back door to front door. She got her head down, Caitlin. And then puck is sent out where Wheeler is momentarily checked hard off the puck that time, and Panic able to move it forward. Kelly over to Wheeler. Here's Panic with her line mate Riley there. Little scrum on the near side here. Nobody can find a good handle on the puck at this time, and the Trojans will make another change here. Just 3 minutes to go, second period here. No scoring so far in the second stanza. Nice piece of work that time as well by Senden. Called her name a ton. Here's number 9 for them, Leininger. Leininger coming in for Wayzata. Oh, the puck got out front and a beautiful attempt. I believe that was Hannah Bang, and Hannah with a wrist shot again just goes wild. And Caitlin Klein also out there for Wayzata. Klein back to the point. Wrist shot hits something out front, and Miller able to kick it to the side. Back to the point again. Slap shot put on net and just goes off into the corner there. Nice job again as Lindsay Check, the 9th grader for Wayzata, got 2 shots attempted on net. Here's Wheeler again. They've been out there for a long time, this line. Wheeler with Riley. Riley just going to take some time, try to get her line mates to finish her change, and she shoots it wide of the net. And oh, they have a big collision behind the net. As Caitlin Riley a little slow to get up. I think she might have banged her knee that time, but she's able to get to the bench. Here's Klein again. Klein behind the net, circling with puck possession. Works it out to the point. Oh, one of the Wayzata players trips and falls. That was Lindsay Check. Got it on her skate to the stick. Back door again. Here's Check again as she got the pass, and the shot goes high off Miller's shoulder as it was destined for the upper right corner, I believe. Nice opportunity on that wrist shot, just getting it on net. The Shaver on the forecheck. Oh, she steals it momentarily. Nice job by Sophia Shaver, and with 2 minutes to go, the puck is rattled all the way down. No icing this time on Benilde, and Allie Kroll is going to win that behind her net. Ooh, pass almost taken away. 3-on-2 situation for the Trojans this time. I believe that's... Oh, wow, it was a beautiful pass by Wosman behind, out to Carly Noble, and over to Heisinger, and Heisinger not able to quite finish that. Nice chance, though. Here's Keller for Benilde. She's got 3 Trojan players all over, and that puck is taken away. A 2-on-1 here. No, a 3-on-1 situation. Let's see if the Trojans can convert. Oh, puck is rattled, and Abby Miller with a young lady at the doorstep there. Abby answers the call and jumps out of her crouch and puts a stop on that opportunity for Hop Day. 3-on-1 after the change that time, and you watch this pass here. It's a cross-ice pass, and unfortunately, Maddie Weissman not able to get that clean, and her line mate, Heisinger, not able to finish that. But for the Trojans, a lot to build on. They haven't been able to find the back of the net, but the time of possession in the Red Knight zone has been very substantial. Wheeler, both teams basically skating 2.5. The third line's coming out at times. Kicked all the way back into the Benilde zone, and Peterson will rattle it behind her cage over to Swedberg. Swedberg can't get it out, but Kelly Panic with some contact on that near wall here. Brittany Wheeler, she's got Riley, cross-ice pass. Caitlin on a 1-on-1 here. Dipsy-do move, front door, back door. Oh, and she just misses the net as she went by the goalie. Wow, and indeed, it would have been a hat trick for Riley. Good opportunities on both ends here as we play the last 30 seconds of the period. Riley making sure she doesn't turn that over in her own zone. And it looks like we're going to have an icing here. So one last opportunity with 15 seconds remaining in the second stanza. If you just joined us, as you watch Riley here, she's forehand, she pulls it through the skates, and then she just, as she's going to the backhand there, she's just harassed enough where she misses the net on the backhand attempt. But nice job by Stetler as well. And if you're Coach Herbst, you probably want to get your best face-off young lady out there, and indeed Allie Prouse out there for the Red Knights. She's able to tie up the Trojan immediately. But Wayzata does get possession, just 10 seconds remaining. The ninth grader check with a shot, just misses the net. And that puck's going to go to center ice, and that'll do it here for the second period. And although I don't have the official shots on goal, I believe Wayzata with a marked advantage in the second period. No scoring for either team, but make sure you don't go anywhere, because after 2 periods, we've had just a fantastic effort by both Wayzata and Benilde, and you can see why both of these teams are ranked where they are in the state polls. Shots are probably about even. Abby Miller probably in some ways the difference maker of the game, as she's been able to control all rebounds. Also, a lot of shots have hit her in the upper body and bounced over the net. But I think the Trojans have done a nice job, as have the Red Knights, of using their defenders and working the puck around. Just a quick note here too, I think I'll have Paul put up the graphic. If you do want to get a copy of this game or any games, or even just watch the replay of this game, go to ParkTV.org. That's ParkTV.org. ParkTV.org. And you can find out how to get a copy of the game and also what the replay times are. Make sure you stick with us for an exciting conclusion here. 2-0 after 2 periods. Stay with us here on Park 16.
The environment is my passion. Every day, I live for the outdoors and all of its challenges. That's why I enlisted in the Coast Guard. Now, I serve to protect the environment and defend my country. It's like I was born for this.
Were you born ready for a greater challenge? Find out at GoCoastGuard.com.
We are back at the Rec Center. Exciting non-conference girls hockey action, and indeed, if you just joined us, you got the #1 ranked Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights against the 7th rated Wayzata Trojans, and Benilde started off with 2 first-period goals from Caitlin Riley, but a second period in which Wayzata wasn't able to find the back of the net against goalie Abby Miller, but really a lot of chances for the Trojans, probably a little advantage in terms of play. You take a look at the top players on both teams: Sophia Shaver, Caitlin Klein, Hannah Bangen for Wayzata. Really excellent players, great speed, and between Riley, Panic, Wheeler, as well as Prouse and Druck, Red Knights have a lot of senior leadership. I mentioned both of these teams very likely are going to see each other again. Benilde had a great year last year, if you recall. They were 25-3, outscoring their opponents 175 to 20. 175 to 20 last year. They set a state record for largest scoring margin. I just talked to somebody ever in the whole season. So, and obviously with 11 of those lettermen returning, including a lot of the scorers, you can see why. Wayzata also returned 10 lettermen. Hey, just a quick announcement too, if you are a Benilde fan, the Red Knights are opening their home boys hockey season next Tuesday, November 26th. They will be here on Tuesday, November 26th, taking on Rochester Lourdes at the Rec Center. A lot of changes obviously on the boys side for Benilde hockey with the graduation of Grant Vesey and Dan Lebowski and TJ Moore, but I'm sure Coach Pauly will have the team ready. We should mention too, I mentioned the Benilde young ladies that are going Division I: Riley, Prouse, Druck, Panic, Wheeler, and Abby Miller. For Wisconsin, I didn't get a chance to mention this, but junior Sophia Shaver, who's really an exceptional player with so many points, has already committed to play for the Badgers, and she's only a junior. And then Paige Sorensen and Becca Senden, who we've called Becca's name a lot from her defense position, Becca's a senior who's getting a lot of D1 looks. I talked to the coach. She's going to be signing somewhere. Paige is getting a ton of looks as well. She's only a junior on the blue line. And even you take a look at, Meg Ransom and, Caitlin Klein, I'm sure she's going to play somewhere for Wayzata. When you're leading the state in scoring and with her right-handed shot, she sure gets a lot of attempts. So I don't know what was said as you take a look at probably the star of the game along with Riley so far. There's Abby Miller, the senior. Ready to drop the puck off here for the Red Knights. And the face-off. Shaver on the face-off this time against Prowse. Shaver with the puck. She's being ridden off the puck nicely by Prowse. Shot out front as well, and we'll see if Wayzata does a little more pinching with their extra defense, because they do need to get 2 goals, and it has been great goaltending, as we mentioned. Shot in this time, and Keller on the forecheck for Benilde. Taken away here now by Druck. Druck getting some help out front, but it's taken away by Shaver. Shaver back pass behind the old Wayzata net. Indeed pushed around, and indeed Noble able to skate it out to center ice, where it is then momentarily taken away as Benilde will change. Here's Riley, tries to pass it to herself, unable to do so, but her line mate Kelly Panic able to get the puck in the corner and regroup for the Red Knights. Try to make a cross-ice pass, and a nice step up by Allie Kroll, able to cut that angle down indeed and deny the Panic long pass. Panic's just kind of a magician with the puck out there. She can handle it so well. She played a lot with the boys, Pee Wee A's and Squirt A's growing up in the Armstrong system. I had a chance to see her a lot growing up, and I know she was a leading scorer for the boys at a young age. So here's Wheeler to Riley, little 2-on-3 situation. Riley with speed up that left wing. Kroll tries to check her off the puck, and indeed her defensive line mate is able to do so that time, but they're not able to break the puck out of the zone for the Trojans. Oh, a possible trip this time, and we are going to have a penalty, I believe, on number 3 for Benilde-St. Margaret's. For number 3 for the Red Knights. Although I do not, I'm sorry, 23, that was Brittany Wheeler. So Brittany Wheeler going to get the gate here at the 15-15 mark, and that's a big loss for Benilde. And we mentioned as the senior captain, one of the captains gets the gate. We mentioned the quality of Wayzata's opportunities on the power play, 88% going into the game tonight. And here's a shot off the face-off win by Klein, and not able to corral there. Klein out front tries to redirect. Shaver also there on the doorstep. Nice piece of work that time as Senden out there along with Paige Sorensen, and Sorensen let that slap shot go. There you see Shaver, and on the other side is Klein. But look at how Miller collapses beautifully her midsection on the puck, able to do that. Sorensen over to the far wall. Senden has that shot on net blocked, and I believe that's Prowse is able to shoot that down. Prowse and Druck up front for the Red Knights. Back on defense is Peterson along with Swedberg. Those are the ones killing the puck play here. And here's Sorensen. She's able to gain possession, work it around the net for Wayzata. She doesn't have anybody out front, but nice drop pass, and she's going to get some help with Shaver. Shaver maneuvering in the corner still, being checked off the puck momentarily there. Taken away again. Sorensen back to her left D position, pushes it over to Klein. Klein to Shaver. Shaver shot out front. I'm not sure if she tried to shoot that off the inside part of the stick and actually get a backdoor goal, or if she was trying to pass it out front, but good idea. She just kind of maybe tried to bank that in off the inside of her pad there. So minute 10 still remaining here in the power play. Both teams are going to change up their units, and Wayzata, as they've done all night long, wins the face-off draw. Here's here's Allie Kroll with the shot. Allie, the Red Knights. Oh, another wrister that time, fired on net. Had a great opportunity by number 3 for them, Maddie Weissman. She walked in unmolested in the corner. She had nothing, and look at her release this wrist shot, and she's just collapsed on it perfectly. Good angle, a little deep in the net, but she's able to collapse perfectly on it. She really controls everything down low well. Coach Herbst visiting with the official over there. He's not happy about something, and he's having a chance to visit here and explain. So another face-off win for the Trojans, and that really has helped immensely on their cause. Oh, possible breakaway, and the puck just misses going to Riley. Nice job that time by the goaltender. Stetler able to shoot it into the corner to try to relieve pressure from Riley. Riley forechecking out there with Panic. And here's Swedberg able to shoot it all the way down again, and Stetler might have to play this. Kroll gonna go get the puck. Oh, she misses the puck, but Stetler able to wisely push it into the side there, where Johnny on the spot is Caitlin Riley out to Kelly Panic, and Kelly not able to get a stick on that on the redirect, and Benilde able to not able to finish that shorthanded opportunity. But Panic with the puck at her far blue line, and she nicely shoots the puck down, not able to get it all the way in. And that time, I think it was a nice choice there. Abby Miller able to wants to relieve a little pressure, hold up. Watch the play here. She's got Panic out front, beautiful pass, and just enough of the stick there. I guess we need to give credit where credit is due from number 23 for Wayzata, who did an excellent job, Samantha Meester. She really did a nice job. Nice shot again on net by Benilde. Miller kicks that to the side as that puck was shot on beautifully by Senden. Senden out at the point. She's got Klein up front along with Bangin. Sorensen on the forecheck for Wayzata. Leininger also out there. There's Bang, the left winger. She's got the puck in there on the side, and a nice job by Benilde, able to ride her out momentarily, but she gets some help from Leininger. Leininger on the backhand here, still able to gain or hold possession, but she's ridden off the puck nicely. Penalty has expired, so nothing that time again for Wayzata. I believe that's 0 for 3 on the power play tonight. Definitely some good chances. We are going to have an icing whistled at the 12:25 mark. So an excellent game tonight. Really, both teams a lot to be thankful for. And I'll tell you, Abby Miller has made numerous quality saves for the Red Knights, and you can see why she's going to be a big ticket item for the Orangemen at Syracuse University next year. Looks like we've got Panic on the draw again as both teams shortening their bench a little bit. Shaver out there on the face-off for Benilde, and Panic able to win the draw nicely for Benilde, and that's something that'll be important as the game goes on too. Here's Riley one-on-one here with speed. Riley's got her beat. Backhand, go forehand. Oh, she went forehand, backhand. The beautiful shot and a beautiful save by Stetler, able to steal that one back. And the line mate, Wheeler, not able to bang that in. An open net for Benilde would have made it 3-0. And here's Shaver. She tries to answer this time. Oh, Nabe Shaver not able to do so, but a beautiful wrist shot that time on the follow. And I believe that was number 5, Sorensen, who was able to rattle that home, or possibly number 3, Weissman. Wow, that looks like number 3, Weissman, able to rattle that through right into the far side of the net. Here you see Shaver going to the backhand here, and then she pull it through to the forehand. She loses the puck momentarily, but Weissman is Johnny on the spot with the twisted wrister into the far left side of the net. Not a thing that could be done there. So officially, we're going to give the goal at the 11:50 mark to Weissman, and I'm going to give it an assist to Sophia Shaver, who really set up that play, and then the puck was momentarily just knocked off there. So that cuts the margin to 2-1, and is really going to make things interesting as we wind down here. Off the face-off win for Benilde. There's Swedberg going to push it. But right before that goal was scored, I was going to say just an excellent opportunity for Riley to score on the breakaway, as well as her teammate Wheeler to try to finish the rebound off. And then it's kind of ironic how Wayzata, which has had just a really tough time finding a way to beat Abby Miller, is able to do so on a almost a broken play. But beautiful wrist shot by Weissman, who corrals her 3rd goal of the year, and for Shaver, that's her 9th assist, giving her her 19th point. Behind the net for Wayzata, for the Trojans, here's Hobday. But Benilde, after that win, able to get some speed on the forecheck and some definite strength on the boards here. Puck is whacked out to center ice and whacked back down by Swedberg. I think we're going to have an ice here, as Swedberg did not reach the center ice line before she iced it down. Coach Herp, something to say over there, trying to get a ruling on something there. Take a nice look at the senior Kaylee Druck Number 18 for Benilde. Both teams, here's the little change here. We're going to have the bang-in line out there with Klein, and I believe that's Leininger on the other side for Wayzata. And the Wheeler unit out there again with Panic. Puck is shot out front, and the freshman defenseman Cornell rattles it over to her line mate on that other side, her defensive partner Peluso. Riley up to Wheeler. Wheeler finds Panic breaking. Panic's got Riley on the other side. She finds her behind the net. Riley with speed almost runs into Panic, but is able to miss her, but unfortunately for the Red Knights, she loses the puck momentarily. Here is Wheeler up the wall here. Nice job by Brittany, able to hold it in, and just a nice check by Panic. Backdoor play up Panic out front. Oh, and Kelly going to follow through on that, and indeed she just might have got a penalty there for following through on that check and knocking her to the ice. So Kelly Panic going to get the gate here. Puck was nice job by Wheeler and Panic. You see Wheeler's going to get the puck on her forehand and backhand, and then she backhands it out front. Stettler just going to stop the puck, but then boom. She's able to follow through on the check there, and she did get the stick high on a possible cross check. I think the follow through is why Panic got whistled for the gate at the 10:07 mark. So just what the doctor ordered for Wayzata, and Kelly Panic, one of the big penalty killers for the Red Knights, is in the box here. Face-off win by Shaver again, pushed into the corner though, not able to hold possession. And take it away this time. So Druck out there with Kraus on the forward unit for Benilde. Defensive core of Peterson and Swedberg logging a ton of ice. And here's Senden with a lot of ice time herself for the Trojans. Getting some help. Push forward and backwards, and a backdoor goal that time by Sophia Shaver. Just what they ordered on a power play here at the 9:41 mark. So the panic penalty comes back to haunt them, and a beautiful finish by Sophia Shaver on a beautiful passing sequence. When you watch the replay of that, as she went forward, backward, the junior Shaver notches her 11th goal of the year. And if you watch the pass play here, tic-tac-toe, Shaver back to Klein, and Klein back to Shaver. So the two leading scorers for the Trojans team up to tie it up here at 2-2, and we're going to have a timeout, Paulie, and really not a surprise because as you watch here, backdoor pass and then a nice give and go here. Not much, not anything at all that Shaver, or excuse me, that Riley, excuse me, getting too excited, I guess there. Not anything that Abby Miller really could have done, as she had to assume there was going to be a forehand wrist shot by Shaver, but she had to be on the left side of the net. But if she tried to go left to right to follow Shaver, she wasn't able to drop that pad down. So for that young lady, for Becky Wacker and her assistants over there, Matt Kazowitz and Sarah Windhorst, some really good things to feel good about. As we mentioned, Wayzata was 6-0 coming into this game. They'd outscored their opponents 47-6, including a 15-0 shellacking of Rosemount, other good wins against teams like Cretin-Durham Hall. They had a 14-win season last year. So, and for Benilde, 3-0 on the season after a fantastic 25-3 record. Well, this is what you wanted, Firewagon hockey, 9:41 to play, and we're knotted at 2 here at the Rec Center. Both teams going to match up their quality lines, and here's Panic with Riley and Wheeler. Back to Panic on the drop pass. Wrist shot is shot off the shin pads that time of number 5, Sorensen. As Panic and Riley, you're going to see a lot of the first 2 units as the benches are shortened here, especially after the timeout situation. Wheeler, 360 back. Ooh, back pass to Riley. Riley circles again with her left-handed shot, cross ice diagonal. Beautiful pass this time. Puck is shot on and hit off something out front. And for number 4, Peluso, he had a nice shot taken away by Wayzata, but they're not able to convert, which was a possible 3-on-1. And indeed, Riley takes it away. Riley and Panic not able to control that. Puck still remains in the Trojan zone, where Panic's able to check Sorensen off that puck and get it to Wheeler. Wheeler back to Panic, but nobody home here in a 3-on-2, 2-on-2 break for the Trojans this time, and maybe wisely so. Number 20, Hobday just shoots it in and finishes the line change for Wayzata. Puck passed out front and another goal for number 9 that time. Wow, what a follow on the finish play and a beautiful goal by Leininger. And just like that, 3 goals in 5 minutes. And indeed, the Wayzata Trojans have manufactured a 3-2 lead. And for Sophia Leininger, the senior, another point. She was camped right out front as you watch it. It was just a 2-on-2 break here. Puck is shot down in. They wanted to finish the change, but they win the battle down behind the net. And nice, beautiful tip that time by Caitlin Klein. And Klein gets another assist off Leininger, and that was just aggressiveness by Klein, able to get behind the Benilde goal and forecheck aggressively. You can see why she leads the state in scoring. The Shaver unit out there again. And here's Keller for the Red Knights. She goes forehand back and almost scores herself, but a nice save by Stetler at the 8:06 mark. So nice chance for Benilde. A lot of fire wagon hockey. This is almost like a state championship game with the quality of these teams and the opportunities on both ends. Just fantastic. Puck is shot behind the net again. Little spring in the Benilde step after the Wayzata third goal there. They were reeling a little bit. We'll see if Wayzata continues to play that aggressive game that has got them tied up after being thwarted for the first 2 periods. Nice hold again by the Keller-Proust-Druck line. And I think a wise stoppage that time by Stetler, as Wayzata having a tough time getting the puck out of the zone there, as both Kroll and her partner Sorensen. Here you see Klein, just a give and go play, but Klein made that play behind the net when she was able to steal the pass from the Benilde defender behind the net and then just quickly in one spin motion just find Leininger right in front of the net who was breaking. Oh, nobody home there at the blue line for Benilde. And Peluso, number 4 out there for the Red Knights. She's out there with Simone. Peluso, as we mentioned, only a 9th grader. Here's Wheeler, got some speed up the right wing there. She's taken off the puck nicely. And a check there. Oh, a young lady falls hard in the corner for Benilde that time. And the puck is shot out front and just wide of the net. There was a bad fall behind the net, and I believe that was number 2, Sendin, who might have had that tough fall into the boards. There you took a look at the freshman Peluso. I'm not sure if she's related to Mike Peluso, who used to be the St. Louis Park coach and a former NHLer. I believe Brittany Wheeler, though, I'm pretty sure is related to former Breck Star and current Winnipeg Jet, Blake Wheeler, who I had a chance to see just the other day when the Jets were in town. He had a great career for the Gophers as well. And here is Wheeler, goes to the backhand here, so Klein able to harass her momentarily, but not take the puck away. Klein out there, banging with her. Oh, and here's Klein again. She's got 2 assists on the last 2, just a 1-on-3. Klein tries to go right through the skates that time, but Swedberg, with her veteran leadership as a junior, able to stop that. And looks like a possible tie-up here. Puck is shot out towards the blue line, but held in nicely by Benilde. Peterson with a wrist shot on net and a redirect by Kelly Panic, and I'm not sure if that hit an edge of the pipe or just hit part of it, but Panic almost able to finish that one. Swedberg with a wrister, and here's Leininger who scored the tying goal, and she's going to try to find her teammate Klein. Klein showing her wear and tear of the effort of the game, did a 360 and hit the skids there for for Caitlin Klein, but she certainly deserved a little break there. And for the Trojans, a little ice to relieve some pressure here. Just 6 minutes remaining here. The Proust-Keller-Druck line out there for the Trojans. Excuse me, for the Red Knights. Nice face-off win by Sendin, the defenseman, and she goes with speed. You can see why she's being recruited by a lot of Division I teams. This is another opportunity out front for them, and Sorensen able to push that puck towards the corner there again, and a nice job by Page. Sorensen with some help as well as Weissman behind the net here. She's got Shaver out there. Sophia Shaver goes to the back door, front door, and Abby Miller has lost her stick, but she made the save. Here goes Shaver again, 360 pass behind the back almost. And Sophia wasn't able to make that work for Wayzata. but a nice opportunity that time. Both teams will get a partial change here. And for Wayzata, beautiful dipsy-do move, several backdoor moves by Weissman, and she almost was able to convert there. And that puck is just deflected as a possible breakaway by Caitlin Riley. Was thwarted by Allie Kroll as she got a stick on that and knocked it into the Trojan bench. If you just joined us, make sure you really missed out on a doozy. Benilde with 2 Caitlin Riley early first period goals was able to hold on through the second period, but a 3-goal bonanza in a period of 5 minutes has put the Wayzata Trojans up 3-2 here with 4:55 remaining. Here's the panic line. Wrister does hit one of the sticks of one of the Trojan players, as I think that hit Lindsay Check's stick. Both teams really shortening up the bench a lot. And you can see why, and here's Caitlin Riley again. She's got Swedberg. Swedberg with a slapper. Does hit something out front, and Panic not able to redirect that. But here's a Panic's line mate and a cycle play down low to Riley. Riley going to cycle it to the point this time. And for the Trojans, able to at least get some pressure relieved, and they're going to skate it down and finish their line change and at least put it down towards net. So just what the doctor ordered for Wayzata, as Ransom was able to get that puck down low. And here's Riley again. She breaks towards the middle of that wrist shot, and a nice job on a back check that time by Klein, as she's able to harass Caitlin Riley just enough to make sure she couldn't follow through on that play, and then also almost get a chance herself. So Riley at center ice, though, she's pretty tired, but she's got the puck again. And she's going to shoot it all the way down, and she's going to get off the ice to finish that change. That was an excellent sequence, the way Caitlin Klein had to back check hard on Riley and really harassed her on what was an excellent scoring chance on the wrist shot. Here's Druck. Druck has it taken away momentarily this time. Oh, too bad that time, as Heisinger fell down there, unfortunately, not able to gain possession. Puck is just pushed up by Abby, who knocks it into the Benilde zone, where Cornell able to ring it off the board there and towards center ice. Here's Shaver again with a stop and go move, gets some help at center ice, and Heisinger able to knock it in, and the Trojans as well finish their line change. Here's Shaver back to the point, nicely done, and just banged around on the far side that time by Wayzata. Trojans in control here with just 3 minutes to go. In case you just joined us, 3 third-period goals by Wayzata have thwarted a Benilde 2-0 lead. And Wayzata, oh, here's Kelly Panic able to steal the puck, backhand, forehand, and she does what she's done so many times before. Kelly Panic rings the dinner bell at 2:35 as she took a puck that was laying out towards the blue line, back passed it to herself against the boards, and then went front door, back door, and then shelved the backhand shot to tie it up at 3 here. And she had, as you can watch, a beautiful play as she waits 2 defenders that time, and Kelly Panic able to get the unassisted goal with just 2:35 remaining. Stettler went for the poke check, as probably was a good idea, but unfortunately for Benilde, Samantha Meister for Wayzata, Meister was beat, and just what Benilde needed. So we're all knotted up again at 3 here, and it's fire wagon hockey here at the rec center tonight. I guess Wheeler technically is going to get the assist on that goal. I didn't see it hit her. Taken away at the blue line by Wayzata. Puck is shot down low by time by Bangan, and just a small piece of it. And here's Druck that follows the other way for Benilde. Kaylee with speed goes to the backhand. The right-handed shooter just throws it around out front, and a heavy hit as Druck runs in, descending hard behind the Wayzata net here. Just 2 minutes remaining in regulation. In case you're wondering, yes, indeed, there is overtime in girls high school hockey if neither team can score, but Benilde trying to answer the bell here, and that shot going to go high and wide that time by Kip and Keller. Nice step up that time by Benilde on the boards. Here is Swedberg, who's logged a lot of minutes at her left D position. Here's Panic. He just got the tying goal, going to the forehand, backhand. Oh, she had Wheeler on the back door, but that hard pass skipped right through. Riley again here, just 1:20 remaining. Riley over to the freshman Cornell. Cornell over to Panic again. Panic trying to decide what to do with the puck. Wisely goes back to the point. Wrist shot on net, just hits off the side of the net. Momentarily, some of the Red Knights fans were excited. And Wayzata going to break it up. Shaver's got a 1-on-2 with no numbers, but nice job by her. She holds the puck and is at least able to hold it in long enough to complete the change. Ooh, that was a dangerous play as that puck just laid there towards the center ice position, or right in front of the slot, and Wayzata was able to get a stick on it. Here's Panic. Oh, she almost runs in hard off the completed line change. She almost ran into one of the Wayzata skaters coming off the change. So just 30 seconds remaining in regulation, and we'll see what happens here. Oh, a wrist shot from just about 35 feet, whistles wide here for the Trojans. And Wayzata passes it out front again, but Riley going to try to find Wheeler, and unfortunately shot it all the way down. No icing call here, and Stetler is going to knock it off to the side. Whoa, the puck is almost accidentally knocked in her own net here with 5 seconds remaining. That's going to do it here for regulation time, as just unbelievably so. Just as Wayzata battled back with 3 third-period goals in a 5-minute span to take the lead after trailing 2-0, Kelly Panic answered the bell there with only 2:35 remaining. And if you just joined us, we're knotted at 3 at the end of regulation. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and then we will play an 8-minute sudden death overtime. And if no one scores at the end of that, then we will call it a game, and each team will get credit for a tie. Just to rehash the third period, it was more Wayzata early on, as they took advantage of a lot of momentum they had in the second when they weren't able to beat Miller. Just to recap the scoring in the third there, Maddie Weissman scored the first goal at the 11:50 mark, as she got an assist, or as Shaver netted the only assist for Wayzata. And then also at the 9:41 mark, just 2 minutes later, Shaver got the goal herself on a beautiful pass from Klein. And then they went ahead as Klein also was involved on the third goal that put them ahead, as Wayzata scored beautifully. And then, as I mentioned, at 2:35 remaining, Brittany Wheeler apparently blocked a breakout pass, and Kelly Panic picked it up right past the blue line for Benilde, skated it in and went to the back door. Anyone's game, and a lot of girls tired. A lot of benches have been shortened here towards the third period, where normally a lot of these teams will be playing 3 and 4 lines. You've seen generally four, possibly 5 defensemen at the most being played, and 2 lines, maybe spotting the third line on occasion. So a very needed break here. Another minute and a half of break time. Just want to throw a shout out, if you do want to get a copy of today's game, Paul, maybe Paul can put that graphic up since we have some time. Go to ParkTV.org, ParkTV.org, or call 952-924-2635. This game is being streamed live on Channel 16, as you know, but you can always watch the replay of this anytime you want once Paul puts it up for the on-demand feature. Paul's set up a YouTube channel for the city for all the sports programming, city council meetings, commission meetings. We'll be covering a lot of Benilde and St. Louis Park basketball this year. And for the DVDs, one of the neat things that he does is you can get a DVD for just $10 a piece if you buy 3 or more. And otherwise it's $15. And I'll tell you, I would be surprised if a lot of Benilde and Wayzata fans, Paul, didn't want to get a copy of this game, because this is really one for the ages, and I would be just amazed if we didn't see these teams battle again hard. In case you just missed it, probably fitting that we're tied. Both these teams entered the game with undefeated records. Benilde-St. Margaret's 3-0 on the young season, and Wayzata came in 6-0. As I mentioned, Wayzata had outscored their opponents 47-6. 47-6 in their first 3 games. Benilde had only given up 4 goals in its first 3 games with 3 wins. So Stetler back to her post in net for the Trojans, as the Shaver line going to start things out against the Panic line. Not a surprise for Benilde-St. Margaret's, and Abby Miller finds her place in the cage here. Referees will check with each other. We have a go situation. Oh, I'm sorry, the Panic line not out there, as you're going to have the Kraus, Keller, and Drucklein out there for Benilde. Sorensen in the corner. Sorensen and Senden out there. They've got a lot of ice time together, and here is Senden, the silky smooth defenseman. Beautiful cross ice pass right on the stick there. Shaver trying to get a backdoor pass that time from her line mate Noble, and Carly almost able to get that right on her stick. Noble back behind the net. Check job for Heisinger as well for the Trojans. Heisinger gets it to the point, and Senden's shot is put on net, but a redirect that time by Maddie Weissman, and Maddie not able to finish that time, but a beautiful shot as the puck went back to the point, and Becca Senden, number 2, was able to fire it, and that young lady right there, number 3, Maddie Weissman, was able to redirect that towards Abby Miller, and Miller had to make an exceptional save. So I think we have a whistle because the net went off its moorings, and the first unit, the panic line out there for the Red Knights, and the banging line with Klein and Leininger out there for Wayzata. 2-on-1 situation, backdoor pass went to Riley, and that shot was put on net but just didn't go through. Here's Wheeler in the corner. Wheeler trying to harass Kroll behind the net. Held in again by Riley. Riley over to Wheeler. Wheeler fans on the wrist shot, taken away by Wayzata, and they're able to clean it out towards center ice. Partial change by the Trojans, and Klein able to keep that puck in for Wayzata, and a slap shot goes on net, redirected, follow. Oh, a beautiful follow as a beautiful slap shot by Kroll at the point, and an excellent follow that time by number 20, Haley Hobday, as she followed the blast by Kroll. Miller was able to throw that left pad out, get some on it, but it was a beautiful, beautiful redirect, and Miller, a well-deserved meal, drink after the game, whatever she might like. She's really put in yeoman's duty in net for Benilde, as has Stetler, who made a great save on the opportunity before by Riley. Behind the Red Knights' neck. Red Knights, again, with their both teams just playing 2 lines at this point. And puck is rattled around down low, and Noble able to check after that puck. Noble in the corner there as Wayzata able to finish their line change. Ooh, possible turnover out front. Boy, both teams are going hard at it. Back to Senden at the point. Senden going to put a slap shot on net. Wow, beautiful attempt. Beautiful attempt by Senden, and the Trojans really moved it around nicely. I don't think Miller had any clean line on that save situation. You watch the beautiful pass to the point. Senden going to move, beautiful back skating to the point, and fires it right on net. And Miller, as she's done almost all game, she collapses beautifully to make that save here. Just 5:50 remaining here in the overtime. And if you just joined us, what was a 2-0 Benilde League is now a tie game, and we are indeed in overtime as 2 of the best teams in Minnesota are battling it out here on Channel 16. 2-on-2 situation here as Riley out there with Wheeler, and Shaver going to try to run Riley off the puck, and indeed she's at least able to get it towards the center ice area for Wayzata. And then Wheeler will follow that puck and try to harass Sorensen. Sorensen skates in front of her own net. And then she's able to get it to Senden, and Senden skates it in front of her own net, and she's able to get some help from Weissman, who shoots it in, and Wayzata finishes their change as well. Keeping the troops fresh with only playing 2 lines and a lot of quick shifts. You can see some tired legs out there. 2-on-1 for Benilde. Here's Riley. She's got help. She's going to the left hand here. Oh, and she unfortunately for her loses the control of the puck, but Panic able to gain possession for the Red Knights. She's got some help behind the net as she cycles it to Riley. Riley being checked momentarily. I believe that's by Lindsay Check. And Trojans are able to relieve pressure and get it towards center ice. For the Red Knight, not a lot of turnovers in this game. These teams are coached beautifully, and the skill set in terms of the skating and passing and shooting is just exceptional. Kind of a scrum on the near wall here, taken away by Sophia Leininger, and Leininger able to chip it towards center ice, where Or Peluso also logging some ice. The freshman defense is out there for Benilde, Peluso, and Cornell. Talk about getting some experience under fire for the Red Knights. And a step up that time by Klein, and she doesn't have numbers, but she has the puck in the corner. She goes down hard, and I believe we're going to have a penalty whistled as Klein does look like she might be injured in the corner. The referee has whistled a penalty, and I believe that's, just take a look at Caitlin Klein. Oh, it looks like a, see, that's, yes, that's on number 4, the freshman Grace Peluso getting the gate there for Benilde. So with only 3:47 remaining in overtime, and in this case the whole game, Wayzata, which we mentioned coming into the game, was 13 of 14 on the year on power plays. I repeat that, they were at 93% on the year for power plays. Now, obviously tonight they've only generated, I believe, 1 out of 4, but this will be, I think, their 5th opportunity. So off the face-off win, Benilde is able to get it to center ice. Wayzata back door, front door. Oh, shot put on net. Stolen away that time and taken away by Benilde. Here's Weissman again. She's got 1 goal already. Back to the point. Some tired girls out there. Slap shot. Oh, a nice job there by Swedberg as she's supporting Miller, her goaltender, and got some help that time. You see Panic out there, number 19 for Benilde. Riley, of course, skating a lot. Here's Klein, who just drew the penalty. She's got 2 assists on the game. Swedberg loses control momentarily. A couple of girls fighting for the puck line there. Wayzata steals it out to the front. Here's Senden with a slapper, goes hard off the shin pads of Swedberg. Panic not able to knock that out, but probably just as important, she knocks it over the plexiglass. With 1:05 remaining, you see the smiles on some of the faces, some really tired girls out there. You talk about getting your effort. These girls normally play 17-minute periods, and with this overtime, Becky Wacker and Dave Herbst are getting an extra 8 minutes to condition their girls, not that they need it. Off the face-off win, a slap shot redirected twice. Senden at her point position, just going to shoot it in and try to get it to Klein. Doesn't go that far, as there's a nice step up by Druck, and Druck able to just tie it up in the corner and battle against the Trojan skater. Bangin with some help that time, able to get it to Senden. Senden getting some help. Backdoor cross pass. Oh, and at least it's shot on net for Benilde, knocked out of Miller's reach there, and Senden again with 35 seconds in the power play. Senden does have it taken away, but it's not able to get it out. And a hold that time by Wayzata. And here's Kelly Panic, and she's just going to ice the puck, and that's what she needed to do. Just 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Nice race down that time. Ooh, and a hard hit as Allie Prouse went hard on the skate. And here's Sorensen with good speed for Wayzata. Looks like she's going to just, oh, she tries a drop pass, but nobody home that time. And that'll just about do it for the power play here. And only 1:45 remaining in overtime and in the whole game here. For Wayzata, 3 goals, and for Benilde, 3 goals. Panic's line still out there as Benilde is at full strength after the Peluso penalty. Nice step up that time. I believe that was Leininger who stepped up that time. Here's Callie Kroll with the pinch in, not able to hold that in. And here's Benilde with a partial breakaway here. Nice job riding the young lady off the puck that time, as Keller had some speed as she broke right to left, but she was taken off the puck nicely on a back check situation by the Trojans. Looks like that's Riley in the corner. Riley not able to win that, and it is chipped out to center ice. Just a minute remaining in the game and overtime here. Turnaround 360 attempt is put out to center ice. Probably most importantly, what you don't want to do here is turn the puck over if you're the Trojans in your own zone. And they did get it out to center ice, where Riley was able to possibly ice it. Now we're going to have an icer? No, they waved it off, so it hit a part of the stick. As Shaver behind her own net. Ooh, pass attempt that time does go wide of the mark, as we have just a scrum out front. Wheeler, she's got it to Panic. Panic goes to the backhand. Oh, a nice step up save by Stetler with 20 seconds remaining. Not a lot of angle there for Kelly Panic. And here's Shaver as she's being checked off the puck. And nobody home as the Wayzata line mate tries to get it out. That should just about do it with 6 seconds remaining in the game here. And as we count it down, Senden tries to get one off after the buzzer. She's not able to do so. But what an excellent effort by both teams in this game, as this one's going to finish 3-3 after an 8-minute overtime. Just to rehash what was a fantastic third period in overtime, Wayzata entered this game, as we mentioned, ranked 7th in the state, and Benilde was first. Wayzata entered the third period with some momentum after a good second period, but they were able to tally 3 goals. The first goal was at the 11:50 mark of the third period as Weissman scored from Shaver, and then Shaver knotted another one at the 9:41 mark as she got an assist from Klein. Klein, on a nice give and go play, was able to bang an assist home at 9:41. It's actually 3 goals in about 2.5 minutes for Wayzata. And then Kelly Panic, as she's done so often, shows why she's a Gopher recruit and the leading returning scorer in the state, as well as I think the leading scorer last year. And both teams had some good chances in overtime. You saw Wayzata had an opportunity in the power play late there in the third. The Wayzata faithful just standing in appreciation for what they thought was an excellent effort by their team to thwart the Red Knights that had a big advantage going into the third. As we mentioned, this is a real learning game for both teams, and I can understand why the teams love to schedule it. For Coach Herbst and the Red Knights, they'll get a chance to follow this up. They've got another home game tomorrow night, I believe, against Spring Lake Park. And then make sure you go to MN Girls Hockey Hub, MN Girls Hockey Hub, if you want to follow either of these teams, see the other schedules. If you, like we mentioned several times, if you do want to get a copy of the game, go to ParkTV.org, ParkTV.org, ParkTV.org. I'll just keep saying it, and then Paul can put up the graphic. Certainly well worth it. You can also watch these games on video on demand through the YouTube channel. I just want to say this was a joint broadcast tonight with the Channel 12 crew from the Northwest Metro. They picked a wonderful game to come down here and cover. My name is John Fromm, and I hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Thanks to Paul and all of our crew here at the Rec Center, and we'll see you real soon. Thanks again.